You owe it to yourself to show up every day and give your best. Too often, we get caught up in waiting for the right moment or making excuses for why we can't push forward. But what if I told you that your future depends on the actions you take today? The effort you put in now, no matter how small, builds the foundation for your success. This isn't about luck or waiting for the stars to align. It's about taking responsibility for your own growth. No one else will do it for you, and no one else can. The path to your dreams starts with a simple decision: to show up, to work hard, and to keep moving forward every single day. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start seeing real progress, this is the moment. Stick around and discover how showing up every day can change your life. Number 1, take full responsibility for your life and actions. If you don't own your decisions, someone else will. If you don't control your actions, life will control them for you. Every successful person, every leader, every high achiever in this world, at some point, made a decision to take full control of their life. They stopped blaming, they stopped making excuses, and they stopped waiting for someone to save them. Because nobody is coming to save you. It's up to you. Most people spend their lives pointing fingers. They blame their parents, their boss, their circumstances, the economy, or the people around them. They say, if only things were different, I would be successful. But the truth is, life is not going to change until you change. It's easy to blame. It's easy to say, it's not my fault. But that mindset keeps you stuck. It keeps you weak. The moment you decide that everything in your life, good or bad, is your responsibility, that's the moment your life begins to change. Think about it. If you blame others for your failures, what does that do? It gives away your power. It makes you believe that you are not in control. And if you are not in control, you cannot change anything. But when you accept responsibility, you regain that power. You take the driver's seat. You decide what happens next. That is the first step toward real success. Now, let's be clear. Taking responsibility doesn't mean everything is your fault. There are things in life that you cannot control. You cannot control where you were born, the family you came from, or the setbacks you have faced. But you can control how you respond. You can control what you do next. You can choose to stay down, or you can choose to get up and fight for the life you want. That choice is yours. Look around you. The people who succeed are not the ones who complain about their problems. They are the ones who take action despite their problems. They don't waste time talking about what went wrong. They focus on what they can do to make things right. They take responsibility, and because of that, they grow. The moment you take full responsibility, everything changes. Your mindset shifts. You stop waiting for opportunities, and you start creating them. You stop making excuses, and you start finding solutions. You stop wasting time, and you start making progress. Because now you understand that your life is in your hands. Now let's talk about action. What does it look like to take full responsibility? It means waking up every morning and deciding that today you will do what needs to be done. It means holding yourself accountable, even when no one is watching. It means looking at the results you are getting and saying, this is on me. If I want a better life, I need to be better. It means no more excuses. No more saying, I don't have time. No more saying it's too hard. No more saying, I'll do it later. Later becomes never. And every time you push something off, you are stealing from your future self. If you don't do it today, when will you? If you don't take control now, who will? Taking responsibility also means facing the truth. It means looking at yourself in the mirror and being honest. Are you doing everything you can? Are you really giving your best? Or are you just going through the motions? You cannot lie to yourself. You know if you're putting in the effort. You know if you're making the sacrifices. And if you're not, then you know exactly why your life is where it is. You have to be willing to do the hard things. You have to be willing to step up, because no one else is going to do it for you. The world doesn't owe you anything. No one is going to hand you success. You have to earn it. And that starts with taking full ownership of your life. People will say, but Jim, what if I fail? You will fail. That's part of the process. But the difference between winners and losers is how they handle failure. A loser blames others. A winner takes responsibility and learns. A loser makes excuses. A winner finds a way. A loser quits. A winner keeps going. Understand this. Nobody starts at the top. Nobody wakes up one day and suddenly has everything they want. Every successful person you admire, every single one went through struggles, failures, and setbacks. But they took responsibility for their actions. They learned. They adapted. And because of that, they grew stronger. So what's stopping you? Are you waiting for the perfect time? There is no perfect time. The perfect time is right now. Are you waiting for motivation? Motivation is temporary. Discipline lasts forever. Are you waiting for someone to help you? Help yourself. You owe it to yourself to step up. You owe it to yourself to be the best you can be. No one else can do it for you. Your future is waiting, but it's not going to wait forever. Either you take control now, or you look back years from now and regret that you didn't. Take responsibility for your choices. Take responsibility for your habits. Take responsibility for your discipline. If your life is not where you want it to be, change it. If your results are not what you want, improve. If you are not happy, do something about it. The power is in your hands, but only if you are willing to take it. Success is not a secret. It's a series of decisions. It's a daily commitment. It's waking up and saying, I will take control of my life. It's holding yourself accountable. It's doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to take full responsibility and build the life you want, because you owe it to yourself. Number 2, push yourself every day to grow and improve. Nobody becomes great by staying the same. Nobody reaches their full potential by doing just enough. The moment you stop growing, you start declining. The moment you stop improving, life starts moving past you. Every single day is a chance to get better, a chance to become stronger, a chance to learn something new. But that only happens if you make the decision to push yourself, because growth is not automatic. Improvement doesn't happen by accident. It takes effort, discipline, and the willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Look at your life right now. Are you pushing yourself? Are you challenging yourself to do more? Or are you settling for what's easy? It's easy to stay in your routine. It's easy to keep doing what's comfortable. But easy doesn't get you anywhere. Easy doesn't build success. If you want to change your life, you have to be willing to push through discomfort. You have to be willing to do things that others won't. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you take on tasks that feel impossible, when you force yourself to keep going, even when it's hard. Most people give up when things get difficult. They say, this is too much, I can't do it. But winners push through. They understand that growth only happens when you go beyond your limits, because your limits are not real. They are just the walls you've built in your mind. Ask yourself, are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you learning? Are you improving? If the answer is no, then you are standing still. And standing still is the same as moving backward. Life doesn't wait. The world doesn't stop. If you're not growing, you're falling behind. And the only way to keep up is to push yourself every single day. That means doing the hard work, even when you don't feel like it. It means waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It means reading books instead of watching mindless entertainment. It means exercising when you'd rather sit on the couch. It means setting goals that scare you and then attacking them with everything you've got. Every great person you admire, every leader, every entrepreneur, every high achiever, they didn't get there by luck. They got there by pushing themselves every day. They didn't wait for motivation. They didn't wait for someone to push them. They made the decision to grow, to improve, to become better than they were yesterday. Most people settle. They reach a certain level and they stop. They get comfortable. They say, this is good enough. But good enough is not greatness. Good enough is not fulfilling your potential. You have to be hungry for more. You have to wake up with the mindset that says, I can do better. I can be better. And then you have to prove it with action. Some people say, but Jim, I don't know where to start. Start anywhere. Just start. Pick one thing to improve today. Maybe it's your discipline. Maybe it's your skills. Maybe it's your mindset. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you take action. Others say, but Jim, what if I fail? You will fail. Failure is part of growth, but failure only matters if you let it stop you. The strongest people in the world are the ones who failed the most because they kept going. They learned, they adjusted, and eventually they broke through. Growth is painful. It requires sacrifice. It demands effort. But the pain of growth is nothing compared to the pain of regret. If you don't push yourself now, you will look back years from now and wish you had. You will wish you had tried harder. You will wish you had been more disciplined. You will wish you had taken advantage of the time you had. Don't let that happen. Start today. Set a new standard for yourself. Decide that from this moment forward, you will push yourself every day. No more wasted time. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. Because every day that passes is a day you will never get back. Your future depends on what you do today. The life you want, the success you dream of, the goals you have, they all depend on the effort you put in now. You cannot reach your full potential by doing the minimum. You cannot create an extraordinary life by putting in ordinary effort. Push yourself when it's uncomfortable. Push yourself when you're tired. Push yourself when you feel like quitting. Because that's when it counts the most. Anyone can work hard when they feel good. Anyone can be disciplined when things are easy. But real growth happens when you keep going, even when it's tough. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you committed to daily growth. If every day you made yourself just a little bit better. That kind of discipline, that kind of commitment will change your life. Because success is not one big moment. It's the result of small daily improvements, stacked over time. Don't wait for life to push you. Push yourself. Don't wait for someone to motivate you. Motivate yourself. Don't settle for average. Strive for greatness. Because the only person who can change your life is you. And the only way to change is to grow. Every morning, wake up with one goal. Be better than yesterday. Learn more. Work harder. Improve in every way possible. And if you do that, if you truly push yourself every day, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Number 3, stop waiting and start chasing your goals now. Waiting is the enemy of progress. Every day you sit and think about your goals, instead of chasing them, you are falling behind. You are wasting time that you will never get back. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The more you delay, the further away your dreams slip. And one day you wake up and realize that all the time you had is gone. The worst feeling in life is regret. Looking back and knowing you could have done more, but you didn't. Knowing you had the potential to do something great, but you let fear, doubt, or laziness hold you back. Success does not wait for you. It does not come to those who sit and hope. It comes to those who get up and take action. It comes to those who refuse to wait for the right moment. Because the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is no ideal time to start. The best time is always now, right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Now, look at your life. Look at the goals you have been putting off. Maybe you tell yourself you are not ready. Maybe you say you don't have enough resources, enough knowledge, enough confidence, but none of that matters. You don't wait to be ready. You start, and you figure it out along the way. The people who succeed are not the ones who have all the answers from the beginning. They are the ones who take action even when they don't know everything. They are the ones who take risks, make mistakes, and learn as they go. Think about the people you admire. The ones who have built successful businesses. The ones who have transformed their lives. The ones who are living their dreams. Do you think they sat around waiting for the perfect moment? Do you think they waited until they had zero doubts, zero fears, zero obstacles? No. They took action despite all of that. They chased their goals when it was uncomfortable. They moved forward even when it was uncertain. And that is why they are where they are today. If you keep waiting, nothing will change. Your situation will stay the same. Your dreams will remain dreams. Your potential will stay locked inside of you, wasted. But the moment you take action, everything shifts. The moment you start, momentum builds. One step leads to another. Progress begins, and suddenly what once felt impossible starts to feel within reach. What are you afraid of? Failing, struggling, looking foolish. Let me tell you something. Every successful person has faced failure. Every person who has ever accomplished anything great has struggled. They have all made mistakes, been rejected, faced criticism, but they didn't let that stop them. They kept going. They adjusted, they learned, and in the end they won. You have to understand that failure is part of the journey. You cannot avoid it, but failure is not the end. It is feedback. It is a lesson. It is an opportunity to grow stronger, to get better. The only real failure is refusing to try, because when you refuse to try, you guarantee your own defeat. If you are serious about your goals, you cannot afford to wait any longer. You have to take action today. Even if you don't know where to start, just start. Even if it feels overwhelming, take the first step. Because once you start, the path becomes clearer. Once you move forward, the fear begins to fade. Make a decision right now. Not tomorrow, not later. Right now. Decide that you will no longer wait. Decide that you will no longer let fear control you. Decide that you will chase your goals with everything you have. What does chasing your goals look like? It means working harder than you ever have. It means making sacrifices. It means cutting out distractions, eliminating excuses and staying focused. It means showing up every day, no matter how you feel, no matter how hard it gets. Some people say they want success, but their actions say otherwise. They talk about their dreams, but they don't do anything about them. They say they want a better life, but they are not willing to put in the effort. Wanting is not enough. Wishing is not enough. Talking is not enough. Only action matters. You have to prove you are serious through your work, through your discipline, through your persistence. Every single day you have to show up and do the work. Even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, even when things aren't going your way. Because that is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. Stop saying you don't have time. You have time for what you make a priority. Stop saying you don't know how. You learn by doing. Stop saying you are waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is what will carry you forward. If you really want something, you will find a way. If you don't, you will find an excuse. And every excuse pushes you further from your goals. Every excuse keeps you stuck. But action moves you forward. Action creates results. Action changes everything. You owe it to yourself to chase your goals with everything you have. You owe it to yourself to stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop doubting. Because the truth is, you are capable of more than you realize. You have potential inside of you that you have not even tapped into yet. But you will never see that potential if you don't take action. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more hesitation. Decide that today is the day everything changes. Decide that today is the day you stop wishing and start doing. Because every day you wait is a day you will never get back. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Start now. Take that first step. Push yourself forward. Chase your goals with everything you have. Because if you don't, you will wake up one day and realize that your time is gone. And by then it will be too late. Number 4, cut out excuses and make things happen today. Every time you make an excuse, you give yourself permission to stay where you are. You let yourself off the hook. You convince yourself that you have a reason to wait, to delay, to do nothing. But the truth is, excuses don't help you. They don't protect you. They don't make your life better. They keep you stuck. They rob you of opportunities. They steal your potential. And the more you make them, the harder it becomes to break free. You have to be honest with yourself. How many times have you said, "I'll do it tomorrow," and then tomorrow never comes? How many times have you told yourself, you don't have enough time, when in reality, you wasted hours on things that don't matter? How many times have you said, you don't know how to start, when deep down you know exactly what you need to do? You just don't want to do it. Excuses are lies. We tell ourselves to avoid responsibility. They make us feel better in the moment, but they destroy our progress in the long run. They give us comfort, but they take away our success. You have to decide if you want comfort or if you want results, because you cannot have both. If you want results, you must cut out every excuse. You must stop justifying your inaction. You must stop letting fear, doubt, or laziness control your decisions. The truth is, if something is important to you, you will find a way to make it happen. If you really want success, you will stop making excuses and start taking action. If you really want to change your life, you will do whatever it takes. That is the difference between winners and losers. Winners take responsibility. They take control. They don't let circumstances dictate their future. They don't blame their past, their environment, or other people. They look at themselves and say, "It's on me." And because they take ownership, they get results. But losers, they blame everything but themselves. They say the timing isn't right. They say life is unfair. They say they don't have the resources, the knowledge, the talent, and so they stay stuck. They wait for someone to come and fix their problems, but no one is coming to save them. No one is coming to do the work for them. No one is going to hand them success. If they don't take action, nothing will change. And that is why most people never reach their full potential, because they choose excuses over action. You cannot afford to do the same. You cannot afford to waste another day making excuses. You cannot afford to keep telling yourself that tomorrow will be different, because tomorrow is not promised. The only time you have is now. The only way you change your life is by making things happen today. What does that look like? It means getting up and doing the work, no matter how you feel. It means showing up for yourself, even when it's hard. It means making progress, even if it's small. Because progress is what matters. Taking action is what matters. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's messy, even if you don't feel ready, do it anyway. Because here's the truth. You will never feel completely ready. There will always be a reason to wait. There will always be a reason to delay. But the people who succeed are the ones who start before they feel ready. They take the first step, and then they take another. And with every step, they grow stronger. They build momentum, and that momentum leads them to success. Think about what you want. Think about the life you dream of. Think about the goals you have been putting off. Now ask yourself, why haven't you achieved them yet? What is stopping you? Is it really an obstacle, or is it just an excuse? Be honest. Because if you look deep enough, you will see that the only thing truly stopping you is you, your mindset, your discipline, your willingness to do the work. If you are serious about success, you must stop making excuses today, not tomorrow, not later. Today, because every day you make an excuse, you fall further behind. Every day you delay, you lose time that you will never get back. And if you keep waiting, you will wake up one day and realize that you have wasted years, that you had the chance to change your life, but you didn't take it. And by then, it will be too late. Do you really want that? Do you want to look back with regret, knowing you could have done more? Or do you want to look back with pride, knowing you gave it everything you had? The choice is yours. But if you are tired of making excuses, if you are tired of staying stuck, if you are tired of waiting, then make the decision right now. Make the decision to do whatever it takes. Make the decision to cut out the excuses and take action today. That means no more waiting for the perfect moment. No more waiting for motivation. No more waiting for someone to push you. You push yourself. You hold yourself accountable. You do the work, because that is what it takes. That is what winners do. If you want to get in shape, stop making excuses and start exercising today. If you want to build a business, stop waiting and start working today. If you want to improve your skills, stop doubting and start practicing today. Whatever it is, start now. No excuses. Success is not complicated. It is simple. Do the work. Be consistent. Show up every day. Cut out the distractions. Cut out the excuses. And take control of your future. Because no one is going to do it for you. No one is going to hand you success. You have to earn it. You have to fight for it. And that fight starts now. You have wasted enough time. You have let too many opportunities pass you by. But that ends today. From this moment forward, you are done making excuses. You are done waiting. You are done settling. You are going to take action. You are going to do what it takes. You are going to make things happen. Because you owe it to yourself to be great. You owe it to yourself to reach your full potential. You owe it to yourself to make your dreams a reality. And the only way to do that is by cutting out every excuse and doing the work. So get up, get moving, get to work. Your future is waiting, but it will not wait for. Make things happen today before it's too late. Number 5, believe in yourself and never settle for less. If you don't believe you can do it, you won't even try. If you don't believe you deserve success, you will settle for less. If you don't believe you have what it takes, you will never push yourself far enough to find out. The world is full of people who gave up on their dreams because they convinced themselves they weren't good enough. They let doubt creep in, and instead of fighting back, they surrendered. They told themselves they weren't smart enough, strong enough, talented enough. And so, they settled. They accepted a life that was less than what they were capable of. But you don't have to be one of them. You don't have to live that way. You don't have to settle. There's nothing more dangerous than a mind filled with doubt. Because once you start doubting yourself, it becomes a habit. It becomes your default response to challenges. Instead of looking for solutions, you look for reasons why you can't. Instead of pushing forward, you hesitate. Instead of taking action, you retreat. And before you know it, you've spent years playing small, never realizing how much more you were capable of. That is the real tragedy. Not failing, but never even trying because you didn't believe in yourself. You have to break that cycle. You have to decide, right now, that you will no longer allow doubt to dictate your future. You must make the choice to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. You must believe in your potential, even when the results haven't shown up yet. You must trust that if you put in the work, if you stay committed, if you refuse to quit, you will succeed, because you will. But only if you stop doubting and start doing. Too many people go through life waiting for someone to give them permission to be great. They wait for validation. They wait for approval. They wait for someone to tell them they are good enough. But no one is coming to do that for you. No one is going to come and tell you that you have what it takes. No one is going to knock on your door and hand you success. You have to claim it. You have to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they waited for permission? Do you think they needed someone to tell them they were good enough before they started? No, they decided for themselves. They believed in their abilities. They backed themselves. And because they did, they made things happen. You have to do the same. You have to stop seeking approval and start trusting yourself. You have to stop waiting for the right time and start taking action. You have to stop settling for what's comfortable and start demanding more from yourself. Because if you don't, no one else will. Settling is a decision. It's a choice you make when you stop pushing for more. It happens when you start accepting less than what you truly want. And once you settle in one area of your life, it spreads. You settle for a job you don't love. You settle for relationships that don't fulfill you. You settle for a life that is just good enough. And before you know it, years have passed, and you're left wondering why you never went after what you really wanted. That cannot be you. You must refuse to settle. You must demand more from yourself every single day. You must set higher standards. You must commit to constant growth, because the moment you accept less, you start losing. The moment you stop believing in your potential, you start falling behind. The moment you let doubt win, you give up control over your own life. And here's the truth. You are capable of far more than you think. You have more strength, more intelligence, more potential than you realize. But none of it will matter if you don't believe in it. None of it will come to life if you don't act on it. Belief alone is not enough. You must back it up with action. That means setting goals that push you beyond your comfort zone. That means surrounding yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. That means committing to daily improvement, no matter how small, because belief without action is just wishful thinking. If you truly believe in yourself, you will prove it with your work. Stop thinking about what could go wrong. Stop focusing on all the reasons why it won't work. Stop letting fear control your decisions. Fear is a liar. Fear tells you that you're not ready. Fear tells you that you might fail. Fear tells you that you should wait. But fear is not real. It is only as powerful as you allow it to be. The moment you stop giving it power, it disappears. So what will you do? Will you continue to settle? Will you continue to doubt yourself? Will you continue to let fear hold you back? Or will you make the choice to believe? Will you make the choice to push forward? Will you make the choice to go all in on yourself? The answer is up to you. No one can do it for you. No one can force you to believe. No one can make you take action. That is your responsibility. But if you are willing to step up, if you are willing to bet on yourself, if you are willing to do what it takes, then there is nothing you cannot achieve. The world does not belong to those who doubt. It does not belong to those who settle. It belongs to those who have the courage to believe in themselves, even when no one else does. It belongs to those who refuse to accept anything less than the life they want. It belongs to those who take action, who push forward, who never stop growing. So decide today. Decide that you will believe. Decide that you will never settle. Decide that you will do whatever it takes to create the life you deserve. Because if you do, nothing can stop you. Not fear, not doubt, not failure, nothing. You have everything you need to succeed, but only if you believe it. Only if you back yourself. Only if you refuse to settle for anything less than your best. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop doubting. And start believing. Start acting. Start building the future you deserve. Because if you don't, you will spend your life watching others do it instead. Number 6, break bad habits and build unstoppable discipline. To truly change your life, you need to understand the power of habits. Every action you take, every decision you make, every thought you think has the power to shape your future. This is the power of habits. The small things you do every day, sometimes without even thinking about them. Some of those habits serve you. They lead you toward your goals, your dreams, and your success. But others, they hold you back. They steal your time, your energy, and your potential. And if you don't recognize them, they will continue to control your life. Bad habits are the silent killers of progress. They creep in slowly, often disguised as small comforts or distractions. You might not even realize you're falling into them. You think you're just enjoying a little break, or you believe a small indulgence won't hurt. But those small actions compound. The bad habits begin to pile up, and before you know it, they're running the show. They have control of your actions, your mind, and your future. Breaking bad habits is not about being perfect. It's not about never slipping up or never making a mistake. It's about recognizing those habits, taking responsibility for them, and deciding to take action. It's about making a conscious decision to stop doing the things that are keeping you from reaching your full potential, and to replace them with actions that move you toward the life you want to create. It starts with awareness. You can't break a habit if you're not aware of it. Look at your daily routines. What are the things you're doing that are pulling you away from your goals? What are the actions you're taking every day that are wasting your time? Be honest with yourself. The longer you ignore the habits that are holding you back, the longer it will take to break free. This is where the real work begins. Once you're aware of your bad habits, you need to take action. You have to commit to making a change. But change is never easy. It requires effort, consistency, and discipline. Breaking bad habits isn't about instant gratification. It's about delayed rewards. You're making decisions today that will pay off in the future, even if those rewards don't come immediately. And that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's the thing that keeps you on track when motivation fades. Motivation is temporary, it comes and goes. But discipline is what makes success sustainable. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. It's the ability to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. When the temptation to fall back into your bad habits is strong. Building discipline is not about forcing yourself to be perfect. It's about committing to a process of constant improvement. It's about creating a structure in your life that supports your goals and your growth. When you have discipline, you have the power to break free from the habits that are holding you back, and you can replace them with the habits that will lead you to success. Start small. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Focus on one bad habit at a time. Take it one step at a time. If you try to tackle everything at once, you'll overwhelm yourself and burn out. Instead, pick one habit that you know is holding you back and focus all your energy on breaking it. Once you've mastered that, move on to the next one. And as you break each bad habit, replace it with a good one. Good habits are the building blocks of success. They are the actions that move you closer to your goals every day. They are the things that compound over time and lead to extraordinary results. But building good habits requires more than just willpower. It requires a system. It requires structure. It requires discipline. Start by creating a plan. Set a goal for yourself and then break it down into small, actionable steps. This will give you a roadmap for success. Each day, focus on completing those steps, no matter how small. The more you stick to your plan, the more disciplined you will become. And the more disciplined you are, the easier it will be to break free from your bad habits and build the life you want. Building discipline also requires accountability. You need someone or something to hold you accountable for your actions. This could be a mentor, a friend, or even just a journal where you track your progress. Accountability creates a sense of responsibility. It keeps you from letting yourself off the hook when things get tough. It reminds you that your goals matter, that your dreams are worth fighting for, and that your success is in your hands. Another key to building unstoppable discipline is focusing on consistency. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. The more consistent you are, the more your habits will shape your future. Success isn't about taking giant leaps forward. It's about making small, consistent progress each day. The most successful people are the ones who have mastered the art of consistency. They don't have special talents or magic formulas. They simply show up every day, do the work, and keep pushing forward. That's what discipline looks like. It's not glamorous, and it's not easy, but it's what gets results. If you want to break your bad habits and build unstoppable discipline, you need to make a commitment to yourself. You need to be willing to put in the work, to make the hard choices, and to stay focused on your goals. You need to stop making excuses and start taking action. The road won't be easy, and there will be setbacks along the way. You will face temptation. You will face moments of doubt. But if you stay disciplined, if you stay committed to the process, you will succeed. The more you commit to your goals, the stronger your discipline will become. And the more disciplined you become, the easier it will be to break those bad habits and replace them with the habits that will lead you to success. Remember, success is not about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about making consistent improvements every single day. If you can break free from the bad habits that are holding you back and build the discipline to do the things that matter most, there is nothing you can't achieve. Start today. Take responsibility for your habits. Commit to breaking the ones that are holding you back. Start building the habits that will push you toward your goals, and never stop. The more you do this, the more unstoppable you will become. Number 7, fight for your dreams and never back down. Your dreams are yours to pursue, no one else's. And yet too many people sit on the sidelines of life, watching others chase their dreams while they settle for what's easy or comfortable. They stay stuck in their circumstances because they've lost the courage to fight for what they truly want. They've forgotten that life is a battle that's fought in your mind, in your heart, and in your actions. But I'm here to remind you today, if you don't fight for your dreams, no one else will. If you don't fight for your future, you'll find yourself stuck in the same place, living a life that's less than what you deserve. The truth is, nothing worth having comes easy. Dreams take work. They take dedication. They take persistence. And most importantly, they take a willingness to fight when everyone else is giving up. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you must be ready to fight for it every single day. You must refuse to back down when challenges arise, when obstacles block your path, or when the world tells you that you can't do it. Here's the harsh reality. Life is not going to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. You have to take them. You have to grab hold of them with both hands, and then you have to refuse to let go. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It doesn't matter how many obstacles you face. If you want your dreams, you have to fight for them, and you can't afford to stop fighting. Too many people think they can sit back and wait for success to come to them. They think they can wait for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect opportunity. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There will never be a perfect moment to start chasing your dreams. If you keep waiting for the stars to align, you'll be waiting forever. The only time that matters is now. The only moment that matters is today. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Start fighting for your dreams right now. You have to be willing to sacrifice for your dreams. This means pushing yourself when you feel tired, when you feel discouraged, and when you feel like giving up. It means getting up every single day and doing the work, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you're not sure you can do it. Because when you fight for your dreams, you're not just fighting for a goal, you're fighting for the life you want, the life you deserve. You've got to be ready to face adversity head on, because it's coming. Challenges are a part of life, and the road to success will never be smooth. There will be setbacks, there will be failure, and there will be moments when you want to quit. But those are the moments when you need to dig deep. Those are the moments that define you. Will you stay down, or will you get back up? Will you quit, or will you keep fighting? Every time you get back up, every time you push through the pain, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to back down, you move one step closer to your dreams. You have to learn to embrace the struggle. Struggle is not something to fear, it's something to welcome. Because the struggle is where growth happens. The struggle is where you learn who you really are, what you're made of, and how much you truly want your dreams. It's easy to fight when things are going well, but it's when things get tough that you find out what you're really made of. It's when things get difficult that you have the chance to prove to yourself that you're willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. When you fight for your dreams, you're not just fighting for success, you're fighting for the person you want to become. Your dreams are the road map to the life you want, and the person you become along the way is the most important part of the journey. The fight isn't just about achieving a goal, it's about the transformation you undergo in the process. Each obstacle you face, each challenge you overcome, shapes you into someone better, stronger, and more capable. But here's the thing. If you stop fighting, you'll never become that person. If you stop pushing forward, you'll never know just how far you can go. So never back down. Never give up. Even when things get tough, even when the odds are stacked against you, keep fighting. Because the moment you stop fighting is the moment you start settling. And when you settle, you give up on your dreams. You give up on yourself. And that's a price you can't afford to pay. The journey to your dreams will never be easy. It will test you. It will challenge you. But that's what makes it worth it. Because when you achieve your dreams, when you look back on everything you fought for, you'll know that it was all worth it. You'll know that you didn't just sit back and hope things would work out. You fought for what you wanted, and you never gave up. You are capable of achieving your dreams, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you deserve success, that you deserve happiness, that you deserve to live the life you've always wanted. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Fight for your dreams even when no one else believes in you. Fight for your dreams because you know that you are worthy of them. There will be people who try to stop you. There will be people who say you can't do it. There will be people who doubt you, who criticize you, who tell you that you're not good enough. But their opinions don't matter. What matters is what you believe. What matters is the vision you have for your life and the strength you have to make it a reality. Every successful person you admire, every person who's achieved greatness, has fought for their dreams. They've faced rejection. They've faced failure. They've faced moments of doubt. But they didn't let that stop them. They kept fighting. They kept pushing forward. They kept working toward their goals, no matter how difficult it became. And that's why they succeeded. You have the same potential. You have the same ability to achieve your dreams. But it starts with a decision. You have to decide right now that you will never back down. You have to decide that you will fight for your dreams, no matter what. And once you make that decision, there is nothing in the world that can stop you. The road will be hard, but the destination will be worth it. The fight will be long, but the victory will be sweet. So start today. Start fighting for your dreams. Start working toward the life you've always wanted. And no matter what happens, never back down. Keep fighting, keep pushing forward. And remember, your dreams are worth fighting for. Never forget that. Number 8, work harder than ever and prove yourself right. The greatest battles are fought within yourself. They're not fought in the boardroom, on the playing field, or on the stage. No, the hardest battle you'll ever face is when you stare yourself in the mirror and realize that the only person standing between you and your dreams is you. Too often, people make excuses. They blame the system. They blame their upbringing. They blame luck or the lack of opportunities. But let me tell you this, the most powerful thing you can do is prove yourself right. The most important person you need to convince is yourself. You don't need anyone else's validation to succeed. You don't need the world to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. When you decide to work harder than you ever have before, something extraordinary happens. You start to realize just how capable you really are. You start to understand the power you possess, and you realize that the only thing standing between where you are right now and where you want to be is the decision to push yourself harder, to go further, to dig deeper than you ever have before. Every time you push yourself past your limits, you prove something to yourself, something crucial. You prove that your potential is limitless. You prove that you're stronger than you ever gave yourself credit for. But it requires hard work, dedication, and a relentless commitment to proving yourself right. The world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody's going to hand you success. No one's going to show up and make your dreams come true. If you want success, you have to go out and earn it. You have to work harder than you ever have before. It's easy to take the easy road, to do just enough to get by, but that's not going to get you where you want to be. You've got to put in the work that no one else is willing to put in. It's about getting up when everyone else stays down. It's about pushing yourself when you feel like you've reached your limit. It's about proving to yourself that you have the power to achieve everything you want. There are moments in life when you're going to feel like giving up. There will be days when you don't want to get out of bed, when everything feels impossible, when you question why you're even doing it in the first place. But let me tell you something. Those are the moments that count. Those are the moments that define you. When you push through the hard days, when you choose to fight, even when you feel exhausted, when you refuse to quit, you build something powerful inside yourself. You prove to yourself that you can accomplish anything, no matter how difficult. The most successful people didn't get where they are by being lucky. They didn't get there because they had some sort of secret advantage. They got there because they worked harder than anyone else. They kept going when others quit. They kept pushing when everyone else gave up. And most importantly, they proved to themselves, day in and day out, that they were capable of greatness. You need to make the same commitment to yourself. You need to work harder than you ever have before and prove yourself right. You have a vision, a dream, something you've been wanting to achieve. But here's the truth. Dreams don't just happen. They take effort, they take sacrifice, and they take a level of commitment that most people are unwilling to make. The road to success is not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who are content with mediocrity. Success is for those who are willing to give everything they have every single day. It's for those who are willing to go further, push harder, and prove to themselves that they can handle the challenges, the struggles, and the setbacks that will inevitably come. If you want success, you've got to be willing to outwork everyone else. You've got to be willing to push yourself harder than you ever have before. You've got to be willing to give up the short-term comfort for the long-term gain. You've got to embrace the grind, because success doesn't come easy. But when you put in the work, when you show up day after day, when you give it everything you've got, you'll begin to see the results. You'll start to notice the progress. And with each small victory, you'll prove to yourself that you were right all along, that you are capable of greatness. The biggest mistake most people make is that they don't believe in themselves enough to do the work required. They don't push themselves because they don't think they have what it takes. But I'm here to tell you, you have everything you need. You have the power, the determination, and the strength to accomplish your dreams. But you have to be willing to prove it to yourself. You have to be willing to do what others won't do, to make sacrifices that others won't make. You have to prove to yourself that you are worthy of your dreams, and that takes hard work. You've got to learn to embrace the struggle, the discomfort, the exhaustion. These are the things that build your character. These are the things that make you stronger. The harder you work, the more you grow. It's easy to take the path of least resistance. It's easy to coast along, doing the bare minimum, but that's not going to get you anywhere. If you want to see change, if you want to see results, you've got to put in the effort. You've got to work harder than ever before and prove to yourself that you can achieve anything. It's easy to talk about wanting success, but the real question is, are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to stay up late, wake up early, push through the hard times, and sacrifice what's comfortable for what's necessary? Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It doesn't come to those who sit around hoping for things to fall into place. Success comes to those who are willing to fight for it, to put in the work, and to prove, without a shadow of a doubt, that they are capable of achieving their dreams. Your future is in your hands. Your dreams are waiting for you, but they're not going to come to you without effort. If you want something, you've got to go out and take it. You've got to prove to yourself that you have what it takes to make your dreams a reality. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Start working harder than you ever have before, and prove to yourself that you are worthy of everything you've ever wanted. It all starts with a decision. You decide right now that you will no longer settle for less. You decide that you will push yourself harder than you've ever pushed before. You decide that you will do whatever it takes to achieve your goals and prove to yourself that you are capable of greatness. The road won't be easy, but it will be worth it. The work won't be easy, but it will lead to the life you want. So take the first step today. Work harder than ever before and prove yourself right. Prove that you have the strength, the determination, and the power to make your dreams a reality. Number 9, stay focused on your goals and block out distractions. Success isn't a matter of chance. It's a matter of focus. In a world filled with endless distractions, staying focused on your goals is one of the hardest yet most essential things you can do. People often waste time on irrelevant tasks, mindless scrolling, or conversations that lead nowhere. They're lost in the noise, and before they realize it, days, weeks, or even months have passed without making any meaningful progress. To reach your full potential and achieve your goals, you must master the art of blocking out distractions and keeping your mind locked on what truly matters. Focus is everything. Without focus, even the most talented people will struggle to achieve anything significant. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. You can work tirelessly, but if you're constantly pulled away by distractions, you'll never accomplish what you're truly capable of. Your energy and time are limited, and they should be invested in the things that will help you move forward, not wasted on distractions that take you further away from your vision. You must be intentional with your time and your efforts, and above all, you must keep your goals in sight. The ability to block out distractions is a muscle that you must develop. In the beginning, it may seem impossible. You may find yourself easily pulled in different directions, unsure how to shut out the noise. But with consistent practice, you will begin to strengthen your focus and train your mind to stay on task, regardless of what's going on around you. The first step is to define what matters most to you. You need to know, without a doubt, what your goals are and why they're important. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes much easier to ignore anything that doesn't align with that vision. One of the biggest distractions we face today is the constant barrage of information coming from our devices. Social media notifications, emails, news updates, they all demand our attention, pulling us in different directions throughout the day. It's no wonder people feel overwhelmed and unfocused. But here's the truth. None of these distractions are more important than your goals. Every minute you spend on something that doesn't move you closer to your dreams is a minute you'll never get back. So make the decision today to silence the distractions. Turn off notifications. Set boundaries around your time. Take control of your day instead of letting the world control you. In addition to external distractions, we also have internal ones. Our own doubts, insecurities, and fears can pull us off track, just as easily as a phone buzzing with notifications. These internal distractions are often the most insidious because they can be hard to identify. They creep into your mind and start telling you that you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, or that you should just give up. These thoughts can derail your focus if you let them. The key to overcoming internal distractions is self-awareness. When you become aware of these negative thoughts, you can choose not to entertain them. Remind yourself of your goals and the progress you've already made. Use affirmations, visualization, and positive self-talk to replace those self-doubts with empowering beliefs that propel you forward. Staying focused requires discipline. It's easy to start something, but it's much harder to finish it, especially when obstacles arise. But the most successful people are the ones who stay the course. They don't quit when things get tough. They push through the difficult moments, knowing that the rewards are on the other side. They make a commitment to themselves to do what needs to be done, no matter how challenging. You must adopt the same mindset. When you stay focused on your goals, Even in the face of adversity, you'll build a sense of resilience and determination that will carry you through tough times. Creating a clear plan of action is another powerful way to maintain focus. Goals can feel overwhelming, especially when they're big and long-term. But when you break them down into smaller, actionable steps, they become much more manageable. Set clear deadlines, create to-do lists, and focus on completing one task at a time. By focusing on the next step, instead of the entire journey, you make the process less intimidating and easier to tackle. This helps you stay grounded and focused on the task at hand, rather than getting distracted by what lies ahead. Accountability is another crucial factor in staying focused. When you have someone holding you accountable, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a colleague, you're more likely to stay on track. Accountability creates a sense of responsibility and urgency, which helps you prioritize your goals over distractions. Share your goals with someone who supports you and let them help you stay accountable to your commitments. Knowing that someone else is rooting for you and keeping track of your progress can keep you focused and motivated to continue pushing forward. You must also be willing to eliminate or distance yourself from people and situations that don't align with your goals. You can't allow negative influences or toxic relationships to drain your energy and time. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and push you to be your best. When you're around people who are also focused on their goals, their energy will inspire you to stay focused as well. On the other hand, spending time with people who constantly distract you, make excuses, or undermine your efforts will pull you away from your path. Be selective about who you allow into your inner circle and make sure they support your dreams. Another critical factor in maintaining focus is managing your environment. Your physical environment plays a significant role in your ability to concentrate. If your space is cluttered, chaotic, or full of distractions, it will be much harder to focus on the task at hand. Take some time to organize your workspace, eliminate unnecessary distractions, and create an environment that fosters concentration and creativity. Whether you're working from home or in an office, having a clean, organized, and quiet space will help you stay focused and productive. Taking care of your body is equally important in maintaining focus. Your physical health directly impacts your mental clarity and ability to concentrate. Exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep are essential for keeping your mind sharp and focused. When you take care of your body, you increase your energy levels, reduce stress, and improve your mood, all of which help you stay focused on your goals. Incorporate regular exercise into your routine, eat healthy, and prioritize sleep to keep your mind and body in peak condition. One of the most important aspects of focus is learning to say no. It's easy to get caught up in every opportunity or request that comes your way, but not every opportunity is worth your time. You can't afford to say yes to everything. Saying yes to things that don't align with your goals is just another form of distraction. Be selective with your time. Focus only on the tasks and opportunities that bring you closer to your dreams. When you learn to say no to things that don't serve you, you create more space for the things that truly matter. Lastly, remember that focus is not a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. Every single day you have to choose to stay focused. You have to remind yourself of your goals, recommit to your path, and block out any distractions that might arise. It's a continuous process, but every time you make the choice to stay focused, you get stronger. You build habits that will help you stay on track, and over time, maintaining focus becomes second nature. In conclusion, staying focused on your goals and blocking out distractions is not easy, but it's necessary if you want to achieve success. It requires discipline, commitment, and self-awareness. You must define your goals clearly, eliminate distractions, manage your environment, and create a plan of action. Most importantly, you must stay resilient in the face of obstacles and remain consistent in your efforts. By doing this, you'll not only achieve your goals, but surpass them, proving to yourself that you have the strength and focus to accomplish anything you set your mind to. Number 10, show up every day and give your absolute best. You can talk about dreams, plans, and goals all day, but what truly matters is showing up every single day. It's easy to get motivated when you're inspired or when things are going well, but the real magic happens when you show up on the days when you don't feel like it, when obstacles are in your way, And when the world seems to be working against you, that's when the greatest transformation occurs. The people who succeed are the ones who consistently show up, no matter what. They understand that success is not a one-time effort. It's a daily habit. Showing up means committing to your vision, even when motivation fades. You won't always feel like putting in the work. You won't always be in the mood to grind. But success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't wait for you to feel energized or excited. It doesn't care about your excuses. The world rewards those who show up day in and day out, doing the work, even when no one's watching. Whether you're building a business, mastering a skill, or working on personal growth, you have to show up every day and give your absolute best. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's easy to let distractions or setbacks throw you off course. Life throws challenges at you all the time. There are days when you'll face difficulties that seem insurmountable, and your energy may feel drained. But these are the moments when you need to dig deep. You can't wait for motivation to strike, or for the perfect circumstances to fall into place. If you truly want to achieve something great, you need to show up, even when everything inside of you is telling you to give up. It's in those moments of struggle that you'll see growth. If you make the decision to show up even when you don't feel like it, you'll build mental toughness, resilience, and a sense of discipline that will carry you through every obstacle. Success is never about having it easy. It's about showing up, pushing through, and giving your best effort, even when the path is difficult. The more consistent you are, the stronger your discipline becomes, and the easier it is to keep pushing, even on the toughest days. The act of showing up isn't just about physical presence. It's about giving your absolute best. You don't just go through the motions. You don't show up and simply do the minimum. You show up with the intention of doing your very best. You commit to excellence in every action, knowing that your effort today will pay off tomorrow. It's about making each moment count, no matter how small it may seem. The difference between the average person and the successful person is that the successful person never settles for just enough. They push themselves to improve with every single task, every single decision, and every single action. But how do you keep showing up when things get tough? How do you stay committed when life doesn't seem to be on your side? It starts with a mindset shift. You have to stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start viewing them as opportunities. Every time you face a setback or struggle, you're given a chance to learn, to grow, and to strengthen your resolve. Embrace the discomfort, because it's in those moments that you'll build the foundation for your future success. In addition to mindset, showing up every day also requires effective habits. Successful people don't leave things to chance. They create routines and structures that make it easier to show up consistently. They break their larger goals into smaller, manageable steps and make sure that they're always working towards them, no matter how small the action might seem. This consistency is what leads to success over time. By creating habits that support your goals, you'll find it easier to show up, even when your motivation wanes. These habits make showing up feel like second nature, not a struggle. Accountability is another crucial factor in showing up every day. When you hold yourself accountable, you're more likely to follow through. You can do this by setting clear goals, tracking your progress, and sharing your commitments with others. When you know that someone is expecting you to show up and give your best, you're more likely to follow through. Accountability can be a powerful motivator to push through the tough days and keep showing up, no matter what. Showing up every day is also about consistency. The most successful people aren't necessarily the most talented, but they are the most consistent. They understand that results don't happen overnight. Instead, they focus on making steady progress every day. Small improvements accumulate over time and lead to massive results. Even when you don't see immediate progress, you need to trust the process and keep showing up. Consistency is the key to unlocking long-term success. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but real progress takes time. Success is built on the foundation of your daily actions, and it's in the little things that you do each day that will move you closer to your goals. Showing up isn't just about effort, either. It's also about showing up with the right attitude. You can't just go through the motions. You need to bring your best energy, your best mindset, and your best effort. If you approach each day with a positive attitude, determination, and the willingness to push yourself, you'll find that things start falling into place. Even when you face challenges, you'll tackle them with a mindset that focuses on solutions instead of problems. You'll keep moving forward because you believe in your ability to overcome any obstacle. Ultimately, showing up every day and giving your best is the secret to success. It's a mindset, a habit, and a commitment to doing the work, no matter how you feel. It's about taking consistent action, building resilience, and maintaining a positive attitude, even in the face of adversity. And it's about understanding that every single effort, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams. By showing up, you are actively choosing success. You are demonstrating your commitment to your goals and your belief in your ability to achieve them. In the end, the greatest results come from the smallest actions done consistently over time. The most successful people are those who simply keep showing up, day after day, putting in the effort, and pushing through. Success isn't about talent or luck. It's about showing up and giving your best every single day. When you make this a part of who you are, there's nothing that can stop you. So decide today, show up, do your best, and watch as you achieve greatness, one step at a time.